Comic Impact. Another great interview here at San Diego Comic-Con. Sir, who are you? What are you working on? Two of the new 52s, right, that you're doing?
Indeed. I'm Judd Winick, and I'm working on Catwoman and Batwing.
So let's talk about Catwoman really fast.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the new Catwoman? Is it still Selena? Can you tell us that much?
Yeah, no, I can tell you lots. I'd say the new Catwoman is a lot like the old Catwoman. The original Catwoman, we're sort of getting back to what Catwoman actually is. If you go on the street and find 1,000 people who are not like walking around San Diego right now, who don't know a lot about comics, they will tell you a lot about Catwoman, in its simplest terms.
It's Halle Berry, right?
No, it's not.
It's not that horrible costume.
Hey, no, it's all fun. And Anne Hathaway is the one we're really looking for right now.
Yeah.
But no, she's a woman. She dresses up like a cat. She steals things. This is what we're going for.
She's just stealing stuff.
Yeah. No, she's got a
good guy.
She's got a No, well, many ask, is she a villain? She's not a villain, but she's a criminal.
Okay.
And there's a difference.
For the better good.
Yeah. No, she steals things, and she doesn't steal things because she's trying to amass some wealth to retire to a desert island or tropical island or whatever. Right. She steals crap because she loves doing it. She loves the process.
It's a high.
Yeah. She's addicted to the danger of it. She's addicted to all of it. Spontaneous, not really thinking a lot of it through, and that includes getting maybe a little bit involved with Batman, which is the dumbest thing a thief could probably do.
Exactly. Is it just for one night, or are they going to team up?
That would be in the comic. I will tell you that Batman is in our first 3 issues, and they aren't in. Batman plays a very, very heavy part in our story.
Cool. And there's another Bat book that you're working on, Batwing, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
Batwing.
What is this Batwing? What crazy Grant Morrison character are you writing now?
Well, yeah, that was born out of Batman Incorporated. As some of you may know, or some of you don't, Batman, before Batman Incorporated, went around the world and was anointing a lot of Bat folk. It was actually superheroes who had identities already, but he basically gave them funding and focus and whatnot, and they became members of Batman Incorporated. One of them was Batwing, who was a Batman of Africa. So we already dug that character a whole lot, so we decided to just embrace it and make it a monthly. So this will be a Batman of Africa.
What can you tell us about him? Except that he's from Africa.
Well, it's, using here at DC, we really hadn't ever had an opportunity to use Africa as a backdrop of any kind. And it's a fascinating, terrible, beautiful continent, not a country. Africa's a continent. Just making sure we all know this has been some confusion. So, although he is looking after all of Africa, mostly small chunks of it.
Are we going to see warlords?
Yeah, actually we will. And that's the thing about Africa is we write about stuff in the States. Right. We're making up all different kinds of supervillains and, various scenarios to come up with bad guys, come up with organizations. Africa has, honest to God, monsters. We've got, guys who act
scary.
Yeah, they call themselves warlords. They kidnap children, put AK-47s in their hands and load them up with, methamphetamine and send them off to kill people. These are the real guys. So using that as a backdrop for Batwing.
That got endless of stories then.
Yeah, it's. But again, I should mention it's a superhero book.
Right.
This is a guy dressed in a metal Batman costume who goes and beats up people in equally ridiculous costumes. So it is high adventure.
Right. Does he check in with Bruce and be like, "Hey, this is what I did today," or is he all by himself?
It makes it sound like they're checking in by Skype.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bruce, can you go on Skype for about 2 hours?
Man, come in and say, "How are you?" "I'm good, man." Lean into the camera. I can't quite see you. Lean in.
Your connection's pretty bad right now.
I think it'd be better with all that money you have, dude.
Yeah.
Batman plays a very important part of it. Batwing is a soldier of Batman Incorporated, so he funds his operations and acts less of a mentor, but more as someone who is, his source and tries to guide him as much as he can. It's not, Alfred's more of a mentor to Batman. Right. He's in there day in and day out. Batman tries to set him up, guide him on his path.
Alfred does the paperwork, doesn't he?
He does. In Batwing's cases, we eventually get into his origins, because he's one of the few new characters coming out of the new 52.
Are you going to start right off with his origin, or are you going to...
Hell no.
You're going to tease us for a while and then...
we're going to hit the ground running. I mean, that's one of the things that I think across the board that we did not want to do. We did not want to do origin stories. We didn't want to start that way. We hit the ground running. For issue 1, you have Batwing and Batman fighting alongside one another, which gets us into our adventure. And over the course of the issues, we get little snippets about who he is and where he came from, and he actually was a superhero before he became Batwing, and there's a whole story about how that happened.
Interesting. One of my favorite books last year, I guess, it started last year, Generation Loss.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Like I told you, I got the hardcover, fell in love with it. Can't wait to read the second hardcover. Are you ever going to go back to those characters?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, we were talking about me doing the monthly before we started talking about the new 52. And basically what happened, I got Batwing and Catwoman put in front of me, and the idea of starting over again with the JLI after doing 24 issues over the course of a year.
That was intense. That was what, bi-weekly?
Yeah, I was pretty much writing it all the time. And sort of felt like I was rebuilding the team. So it's a little bit like, we talk about it internally that there's a number of houses that we built that we had to abandon, and the JLI house had to be abandoned, you know.
It's such a fun book.
And it still will be. I mean, the guys, Jurgen's working on it. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be everything it's supposed to be and more, you know.
Cool. Which of the new 52s are you excited about?
My own, Catwoman and Batwing.
There you go.
The rest,
who cares, right?
It'll be okay.
All right.
I mean, I think everyone should buy all 52. But you know what, BS aside, what I've been talking to a lot of people about is that it's the first time maybe ever that you can actually say that you can pick up any books in the line, any one of these, and you can start from the beginning. We are making these that you do not need 10 years or 5 years of continuity. You can jump in.
Perfect time to start reading comics.
Exactly. It's a great time to start reading comics.